You're listening to the Nothing Podcast with Nobody Important, where a group of nobodies speak to an actual somebody. And now your hosts, John and Frank.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? I'm John.
I'm Frank.
And you are listening to the Nothing Podcast
With Nobody Important.
Here we are, episode 2.
Big 2.
Oh, man, I'm ready. Last week was a hit, Dr. Joe, and now we've brought on our own...
Spiritual guru.
Yeah, so we brought in our Eastern medicine specialist after having Dr. Joe on last week.
Right. We are really elevating our vibrations today.
I'm trying to bring my chakras to a new level. And I don't know what any of that means.
Right.
And we're going to find out.
We're going to try.
And so the thing is, I don't believe in any of this.
Right.
So in this episode, Frank and I, we got to meditate.
Mm-hmm.
The crew all meditated with us.
Our spirit animals came.
Our spirit animals came out. We got to learn about fixing our chakras. We got to learn about putting our lives together, our spiritual lives.
And our past lives.
Oh, yeah. We talked about past lives, too. And we learned about our star seeds.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not unlike sunflower seeds.
Not unlike that. All right. So let's get into it.
Our supernatural guest is...
Carly Shannon, and I am a spiritual being.
Wow.
Wow, man.
Wow. Here we are in the studio.
Candles burning.
Candles burning.
We got hot rocks
we
everywhere.
got hot rocks. We got cold rocks.
Palo Santo.
Yeah.
Palo Santo.
Palo Alto. I don't even know what that is. We're proving right now we know so little about today's topic, and I'm so ready for it.
It's a city in California.
I believe
I was
it
going
is.
to say
Yes.
James Franco wrote like a book on that. No?
Yes, that's
I
right.
guess so. But you know what? James Franco, like you, is a spiritual being.
spiritual being.
We are
This is
here
true.
with Carly Shannon.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Great.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
So
no.
tell us a little bit about what a spiritual being. Now, okay, why aren't we all spiritual beings? Okay, we'll get into that. So
Okay.
tell us what your deal is.
So my deal is that I'm just an everyday human, modern day divorcee.
A nobody, as it
So,
were.
it's like after my divorce, you go through this like dark period. I came in really hot, but then it's like things kind of faded and I'm like, what am I doing with myself? So, going through all these things, being almost 33, dealing with like depression, all these things, I was like, what is happening with my life? So just from talking to friends, my one friend, Allison, she's like really into this Reiki stuff. And she's like, oh my God, Car, you need to try Reiki. And I was like,
Could you just tell us what Reiki is?
so Reiki it's clairsentience where you heal yourself with touch. So you could do it to yourself. You could do it to other people.
I've heard of that before.
Hey, John
By a
does that.
different name.
So hearing it, I was like, this is kind of BS, but it's like I literally saw a transformation in her well-being, mental, spiritual, emotional. So when I was going through my hardest time, I was like, all right, I need to call this chick Carrie, who my friend Allison goes to. And then after I went to it, I was like a complete believer because my whole perspective, my whole well-being completely did a 180 shift.
And how long did that take?
So from the first time I went, I completely felt different. And then I actually went to this woman to learn how to do Reiki on myself. So I would say within like the last like 3 months, there's a complete change in how I feel emotionally, spiritually, mentally.
So now you said you went and you did it. Now let's just open this wide up here.
Yeah.
So it being spiritual healing. And that's why we brought you in today, is because Frank told me that he knew someone who had gone through this sort of spiritual healing. And last week we had a medical doctor on, and we thought that it'd be really interesting to bring in like someone who's all about like holistic medicine, and not like literal medicine.
A soul doctor.
A soul doctor.
A witch doctor.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Basically, you're a witch doctor.
No
is what I'm
offense.
saying.
Yeah, no offense taken at all. So what you want me to like explain like the experience like when I first
Yeah. What exactly
went?
did? Yeah. What was it?
So essentially my first Reiki session with this woman, Carrie, is I go in, you just sit and you're like talking to her, like kind of like what's going on in your life, what's bothering you, X, Y, and Z. Then she gets you on the Reiki table and then she has a pendulum.
Wait, back up. We're gonna pause you here as we go along.
Hold on.
Reiki table.
Yeah.
What is a Reiki table?
Oh, it's basically like a chiropractor's table, but you're laying face up, and she takes a pendulum and she's swinging it over your different chakras.
Okay.
So the pendulum, it may go clockwise, counterclockwise.
Where are your
up,
chakras?
down.
Oh, I know this one.
Go.
Your chakras in, I believe this is like Eastern thought. They are the energy points where energy is created and emanates throughout your body straight down in a line. They start at the crown of your head and they go down to your
The root, your feet.
Your feet.
I didn't know that.
Right.
Chakra Khan? I know.
It's like the-
Chakra Khan,
Chakra
can I
Khan.
feel for you? Chakra
There you go,
Khan.
the
You know,
Chakra
right?
So now we're gonna keep stopping you. By the
No,
time,
no,
by the time we get
it's
to the end of
fine.
this
No,
episode,
'cause
you're
it's-
gonna get to the end of the story.
No,
right.
it's because it's heavy and it's a lot and it's weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not
Certainly is.
something,
Right.
you know? So she's taking this pendulum, she's swinging it, or actually it's swinging based on the energy that my body is giving off. So the pendulum is seeing like, okay, you have a lot of masculine energy, which symbolizes or kind of shows that I put out a lot and I don't take in, which was kind of more the deeper rooted issues that I have. Ooh.
That's weird.
That was weird.
That was really weird.
So I don't know if they can hear this, but creepy music started playing out of the computer.
Yes,
Dun,
masculine
dun.
creepy music.
What?
Am I getting phone calls?
We have holy water.
Wait, what was that?
energy.
This is terrifying. Oh my god, the refrigerator's opening and closing.
Oh my
She
god.
was creepers.
The eggs are cracking on the.
Everything, your website, Google just opened. Okay.
What?
So, go back to the masculine energy.
So my body puts out, or my beingst is putting out all of this masculine energy. So after she does the pendulum, she's focusing then on certain chakras with her Reiki energy. So she's healing me or trying to restore energy to the places where I am deficient, let's say.
And is she talking to you during this? Is it just
No.
it's quiet?
It's completely quiet. And then after she does it, she stops. She'll tell me what she either saw or felt. And then she wants me to share out.
And what was that?
So the reason why I know it's not BS is because things that she saw, I saw the same things.
Okay. Meaning?
So that would be
Like what?
like him, right? Like, let's say holding his hands, you know, over me doing work, then being, okay, I saw an eagle,
Okay.
let's say, and then I see the same thing.
So what did you see?
Oh, I see a bunch of different things. It depends. Like, I see, for me personally, I see a lot of animals in my visions. After I did the first Reiki session, I was very disoriented. I got out the wrong side of the subway. The next day I was actually throwing up, which was
Wow.
very odd. And then my friend called me, the one who recommended me to her. She had gotten assaulted, and she was telling me, she's like, that's why I got like all, you know, depressed, and that's why I held in all this negativity for years. And then she's like, we were with these people. Hours later, I'm walking to my computer, I'm teaching a class, I see 3 images like a Polaroid, snap, snap, snap. Like, they came to me. In my head, I was like, what is that? I tell my, you know, I'm like, stop. I walk to the back of my room where my phone is. I text my friend. I said, I saw 3 images. I saw Minnesota's, which is a bar in Long Beach. I saw a ledge. And then I saw an alleyway. And she goes, yeah, that's where it happened. But I wasn't there, and she didn't tell me.
So
Whoa.
you knew. You saw it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember the show Early Edition?
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
90s?
yeah.
Wow, you're like late edition, but you know, you're
But-
still doing it.
Yeah. You know.
A couple months too
Pick
late.
it up after the fact.
No, kind of like 8 years late. But, you know.
This is where it happened. Ooh,
Yeah.
maybe I could have told you that yesterday.
My bad.
No,
Wow.
so my thing
Yeah.
is that, and we discussed it before we started, is like,
Yeah.
I'm a big time non-believer in all this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a human being with flesh and bone, and then people look at like talking about chakras, and I'm like, yeah, no, is it air? Is it science? Is
Yep.
it? I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I never know nothing about no chakras. I don't
Yeah,
know why
no,
I
no.
said it like that. I don't know nothing
I don't know
about
that.
I don't know nothing from no chakras.
Yeah.
Who that chakra?
But now, Danielle, you believe in all this, right?
I do.
You really believe in this?
Yes.
See, Danielle feels judged by me sometimes. This would be one of those times.
It's
when
true.
we talk about stuff like this, she's like, "Oh yeah, I know all this." And I'm like,
Listen,
Wow.
I'm very. That's why I said it took me a long time to go see this woman and whatnot.
Right.
But even the way that she described it, I think that we can all relate. We all have intuition.
"Sure, sure."
Everyone has intuition, and some people have intuition in different ways and various forms. So really, Reiki is tapping into your intuition, because there are people who with Reiki, and Reiki is healing through touch, so it's clairsentience. But there are people, when they do Reiki, that not only are they feeling things when they're doing their healing, let's say, but they see things, they hear things, many various things can happen.
Sure.
So it's like we are all intuitive beings, so you can do Reiki on yourself. You just have to tap into your intuition, know what your strength is, and people can have various intuitive strengths.
Now you do it on other people?
No.
Okay.
So I did get Reiki training where I could do it on other people. I am just not comfortable doing it on other people. So I got trained. My friends were like, do it on me. Oh my God, heal me.
Right.
And it's basically like, if you were a psychologist, would you treat your friend?
Right.
No.
Yes, for free. No.
Right, yeah,
Of
right.
course
Come
not.
sit down,
Call
let's
Frank.
talk. You know?
Right.
So I have not treated anyone else. I have done Reiki on myself.
And did it
Okay.
work?
Yeah, it's so when I meditate and I do Reiki on myself, I black out.
What? How do you know what happened?
So what happens is because I have like a meditation music on my phone, sometimes it's 2 minutes. I blacked out for over an hour. It's called being in yoga nidra, where you're not asleep and you're not conscious. You're just, all you see is black.
But you're not sleeping.
No,
How do you know you're not sleeping?
because I'm not.
So this is amazing to me. What I find most amazing
Yeah.
about this is how much not a part of my life all of this is.
Right. Right.
Like, yeah, go like, oh, you black out and you go into your spiritual. I'm like, that is not. I wake up, I eat a bowl of cereal, and I go
right.
out about my day, and I don't know nothing about
No
any
nidra.
sort of- yeah.
right. Right. You're a square. You're a spiritual square.
I'm a spiritual rectangle.
Right,
If
right.
it-
I
not even as
Right.
fun as a square.
Right.
Weird angles.
Let me ask you this, Carly.
Yeah.
Growing up, what was your spiritual background? Was there a religion in your life?
Oh, no. So, well, okay.
No religion. I missed that. I was watching Danielle laugh
Yeah.
silently. Meanwhile, people ask to hear Danielle more, and she laughs quietly in the background.
She's in a yoga
Back
nidra
me
right
up
now.
here. We need some laughs. If I'm saying something funny, let them know it's funny.
Let them know.
Sometimes
Still
they need-
laughing about
Sometimes
the
they need a
spiritual
cue.
He's a spiritual square. All right. So
No, yeah.
growing up.
I mean, so, all right. So growing up, I went to Catholic school for kindergarten. And the reason why I went to Catholic school is both my parents were born Catholic, but I was raised Lutheran because my dad, a divorcee, never got his marriage annulled. So I was baptized Lutheran. I don't know about anything about the Church of Luther. So when we did go to church, we stopped when I was like 5 because it was just like too much for my parents. Like, who wants to wake up at like 9 o'clock on like a
it's
Sunday?
true.
Right.
It's so true.
But there is a picture of me in a very nice Easter bonnet.
No, yeah.
But religion was never.
We'll
never,
post it on the website.
And then so spirituality kicked in only recently.
I would say I started meditating like the last like 10 years because people would say to me like you should learn to meditate and
Right,
just
right, right.
listen to your breath, and I'm like, like who wants to listen to that? Like, you're not
She
gonna
starts
find,
doing
like,
sleep apnea.
Oh, yeah, right. Fall asleep every time.
yeah.
That's a yoga nidra.
It is
you
my-
did it.
I black out for sometimes 8 hours at a time, and then I wake up in the morning.
I'm just like, what just happened?
Oh my God, you're so evolved.
I'm
My crown
so-
chakra's opening.
I'm so spiritual. Every night I black out for 8 hours at least, and then sometimes for like an hour at 2.
My
also.
meditation table's
Yes.
from Sealy's. Okay, let me ask you a question.
I got a Reiki. It's a Reiki number mattress. It's a sleep number Reiki table.
Let me ask you this now, without this getting boring. Could you give us a condensed? Could you guide us in a quick meditation?
Yes, meditate.
Maybe a
us.
30-second meditation.
I want the people
even
listening
for the
to this while they
listeners.
drive.
So if you're driving,
Zone out and crash.
this is when you should pull over
God forbid.
because Carly's gonna rock your
So
world.
listen, when I do the meditation, I listen to music.
Okay, let's do it. We'll sing for you. We'll
Go ahead.
Do it. We'll sing.
What do you want to hear?
What do you want us to do?
No, like it's just like kind of like the you know, I go on YouTube, crown chakra hurts. But if you
Oh,
just
so there's no
wanna-
guided. There's no.
No, I don't do a guided. I just listen to that.
So we can't do it.
Or like, you know, you know, they're just kind of like bang, not like bang the gong, but you know those like bowls.
Yeah. All right.
All right, we're gonna.
We'll play something.
Tom's gonna get
Okay.
us something.
Oh,
so we
great.
can, but you have to guide us. Now I know you said you don't do guided. I want you to guide
We
us.
want you.
Okay.
We think you can.
Okay.
So while
I know you
Tom's
can.
queuing up the music, is there a position we should be in here?
You could just sit like that, have your palms face up.
Why?
Facing up.
You
We're
want to
all
be
facing up.
open because you want to take in the energy.
See, this is the part where I
Okay.
would go, Our Father,
Who art in heaven,
palms
hallowed
up.
be thy name.
All right, let's not pray on the air.
Does anyone have
Palms up.
the body of Christ available?
Well, I don't know.
We have the Danielle's got some wine.
I thought you were
got
gonna
the
say
blood.
Danielle's got the body.
Danielle's got a
always
body
have
over here.
She's got the body of Christ over there.
Turn around.
That's
All right.
offensive.
So I got
right.
some gong, right?
Gong.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
do it.
All right, so hands up.
Hands
Hands
All
up.
you, Carly. Let's do it. Okay, Carly.
Okay, so close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your nose. In through your nose. Out through your nose.
Oh my God, John, you're floating.
How could you tell if your eyes are closed?
Have your feet grounded to the floor.
As opposed to...
Okay. I gotta take them down
be
off the
toes up.
wall. Toes up?
You want to take in the energy from the floor.
Okay. We're on a second floor,
I
though.
can feel Dr. Joe's energy downstairs.
And
I think he's eating a salad.
He's definitely using the fan.
I feel it in my feet.
All right, wait, okay.
All right,
okay,
sorry.
okay.
it's fine.
Okay.
Tom, are you doing this?
This is the holy space. No, Tom's the only one.
Eyes
That's
closed and I'm mixing. Yeah.
Yeah, right. All right, Carly, keep going.
Okay,
I
have
think we're
your
getting
feet
you.
firmly planted on the ground.
They're planted.
Take in the energy. Feel the energy lifting from the ground into your calves,
Right?
I feel it.
up through your thighs,
Oh,
Watch
oh,
out,
man.
energy.
Careful. Let's skip the middle part.
into your stomach.
Oh, good.
There it is.
Okay, yeah. Skip the other things.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Into your chest.
I feel it.
Into your throat.
Okay.
Okay, I'm with it.
Up to your head.
Danielle is legit meditating.
This is so relaxing. This is everything
For
I
everyone
needed after
listening who's
work.
falling asleep at this point,
It's in my
And let
head.
the energy flow from the top of your head.
it's always great to do something visual when you're
Top
doing
of
an
my
audio
head.
program.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's in my head. What am I doing with it now?
Just release it to the universe.
Oh, the universe doesn't want anything from me.
I'm picturing the Jetsons when she says universe. Here you go, Judy. Take this one up, Rosie. Okay.
All right, Mr. Spacely
All
now
right.
has my energy.
Are we back? You guiding us back? No?
That was great. Matt, did you get anything out of that?
Matt?
I feel very relaxed.
Okay.
Danielle?
Me too.
Tom, did you get anything out of that?
Yes.
Yes, Tom said yes.
Tom said
He
yes.
agrees.
Did you?
You know, I got a good nothing.
All right, it wasn't bad. Get that gong out of here now.
All right. That was great. That was great.
Gong away.
Gone away.
Wow, that was great. I feel relaxed. How about you at home? Great. Do it like Dora the Explorer. Wonderful.
Let's segue into something a little lighter here, Carly. What happens when we die?
No, that's
You know, that is, I don't know, that's TBD. I personally think that.
to be dead.
A modern apostle right here.
yeah.
I mean, I personally think that you get reincarnated. And the reason why I say that
Okay.
is because I got shamanic healing
There we
done.
go.
Okay.
So, shamanic healing is basically saying that you have these past lives and that you are carrying the baggage from your past life into
Okay.
this current life.
Okay.
So I have pieces of myself missing from my past life that need to get restored into this life.
And how does one do that?
You have to go to a shaman.
A shaman.
And I went to a shaman.
You went to a shaman.
I went to a shaman.
When
Where
you
was
s-
the shaman?
Brooklyn.
Oh, when she says shaman, I'm picturing the.
Oh,
nice-
She was like, I went to a shaman.
shaman.
And we were like, oh, where was the shaman? Brooklyn.
Where in Brooklyn?
Bye, Barclays
Shaman, his name
Center.
was Vito DiNucci. He's already David, you know?
He fed me Zupa de Pesh. I couldn't say no.
We call him a shaman. Where we're from.
We went for a slice after.
It's a shame he didn't get a real job. His father's real proud. Okay. So you went to the shaman on 86th Street.
So I go to the shaman and, you know, actually it's interesting because you do your spiritual journey from home.
I don't. But
What?
So you lay down and you're face up and it's basically like you're on the Reiki table, but you're doing it at home,
And where's the guy?
at their home. And
Wait, in
it's
his
a 2-hour
house?
journey.
like it's like a phone call? Like a spiritual phone call?
And then they call you afterwards.
How do you know he's
How
even
do you
doing
know
it?
he's not in his boxes watching TV and he
Well-
paused it to call you?
Well, that's what I was thinking. But the things that I saw on my spiritual journey, they saw.
How does that work? You guys talk at the same time? Let's try it right now.
No, no,
Carly.
no, no.
Carly,
So,
let's
no,
just
no,
try it.
so they-
John, let's do it, John.
Wait.
They tell me
Okay,
first.
John. Did you see a
House.
house? Let's try it. One more time.
One more time.
I'm picturing an animal, and that animal is obviously a
Pig.
pig.
The shaman. He called me.
Shamalama.
I like it. I like it. Okay.
So
So
what
now
is-
that we're done mocking it, let's
Okay,
discuss it
we
more.
believe it now. What did you see?
What's the shaman's name?
Carrie.
I
I knew it was gonna be fucking something.
Wait,
Harry.
it's a white girl?
Yeah, she does my Reiki too.
You got white girl shamaned?
That's it.
Okay.
She have Yelp reviews?
She went to a white girl named Carrie to do magic on her. Oddly, her school burned down when she was young.
You've seen Carrie, right?
Oh yeah.
Does she wear robes or what is?
No,
what's
she
an
dresses
outfit?
like us.
Is there a
Shaman?
special outfit for the whatever you call that? thing?
Shaman.
No,
Shaman.
well, I don't think so. No, I know that she does have a drum.
Oh, you have to drum.
No.
Oh, you don't.
She has a drum.
Okay. Yeah, jazz drum. She has a snare.
You don't have to drum.
I know.
Great. Thanks for that.
She's got a snare.
It's a snare drum.
Hey, we're gonna get your spirit flowing now. Sorry about that. I like that we were like, this is our second episode of this show. We had the first one that went well. Now we're off the rails. Just a bunch of hyenas. So go on.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't a snare drum.
So
No, it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a
So
Native
what did
American
you both
drum.
see?
So she calls me and she tells me that in my past life, it was like 600 AD, that I was an Arabian woman. Just lose it now.
No,
I was gonna
I'm not.
say, so I was an Arabian woman who, my mother died. I was forced to take care of my kids. My husband had left me.
Jafar wanted to marry you.
I know.
Arabian Nights, you will?
Iago said no.
Yeah.
So then I go to escape my father because he's very controlling, very demanding. I go to the store. I go to like hide my kids. He pulls me out of the store. He like literally physically drags me out of the store, beats me to death. And then it came to find out that like he actually had beat my mom to death because he was impotent.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
What a
very like,
jerk.
specific. Like he was impotent, and my mother had told one of her friends that he was impotent. So he
It's a
was just
very
like a very
specific story.
I
And you
know.
both said that at the same time.
And then he had prostate cancer.
Oh my God,
Look.
Carrie.
Impotent.
Right.
But what was crazy, so when I'm going on this like journey, is
Yeah.
that I'm like, and I just see like two figures and a person like hit the other one, and then just blood splatter everywhere. And then I heard my walls cracking.
In the house you were in?
Yeah, in my own house. Yeah, that's how I was like, what? This is like really like weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what do you do about this now that you know that in your past life 600 years ago you were killed in a marketplace?
So she retrieved my pieces. Do you want to hear my pieces?
Yeah.
So my one
A little bit
piece.
of skull,
point-
some shoulder, a
At this
little
point, we
hand.
might as well hear the pieces.
So my one piece is the Arabian woman, which is my past life. The other is a gold disc. The other is the gold coins.
Gold
Wow.
disc Time Life music collection.
And the last
I've played
thing-
this video game.
Yeah.
My spirit animal is a tiger.
Okay, wait. We're going to take a step back before we get into the spirit animal because that's something
Right.
that we're going to come back to at a later date. So I feel as if I can't, listen,
Yeah.
I can't take a joke from another person. It's not fair. But our friend Joe, who's usually on the show with us, is not here today. When he heard your story about
Yeah.
being an Arabian woman who was murdered by her father in a past life,
Yes.
his response was, "Ooh, this is awkward. In my past life, I was her father." He goes, "Ooh, I was a bowl of hummus on the table. I saw the whole thing."
Oh wait, hold on. This is a very intricate part of the story. So she said that my father in my past life, in this life, it was my ex-husband.
That's too specific. You found each other again?
Well, now because you just brought up that topic, have you ever heard of twin flames?
No,
No.
for Twin Peaks.
There's a diner called the Twin Flame Diner, I think.
There's a diner called Mike's Unicorn. It's on Staten
It's
Island.
Staten
also.
Island, that's right.
Really?
But wait a minute.
Wait,
we
what?
need to get. I want to hear about
Okay.
twin flames. What is that?
So a twin flame, the theory is that you came into this world with a soul, and that
Okay.
it was split in two, and that you find each other in life, and it's a runner chaser relationship. Like it's a very intense relationship, and then you split apart, and then you come back and you split apart. It could happen several times. It could last a year. It could last many years, and that you're brought into each other's lives because you mirror one another's. Kind of like the things that you need to work on in your life. Like you mirror each other's, I guess, like weaknesses or
Danielle is
insecurities or your
staring John
best
down right now.
qualities.
Let it be known.
Well, I was going to say Danielle's my twin flame, but then you said that they were supposed to separate, and I'm like, okay, we're not twin flames.
You never know. No, so you and Danielle are then soulmates.
Oh.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to bring up. That's,
Yeah,
it's the same
soulmates.
idea.
But we need to go back.
Yeah.
You have the fathers in Arabian, whatever.
Yes, the impotent Arabian.
Yes. Matt called him the impatient. He killed you because he was impatient.
Let's go.
Come on.
I got a magic carpet right for.
What are we doing? I want the Baba Ganoush now.
Come on now. No, so this person told you
Yeah.
that you were an Arabian woman.
22.
22-year-old Arabian woman.
Yeah.
Murdered by her father.
Yeah.
This whole
Viciously.
thing.
Yeah.
What opportunity is there for you to go, that's not true? There isn't.
No, you've already paid her.
Right. The answer there is there is no proof. She could say anything. There's no way for you to say that's not what happened. You don't know if it's what happened. You could be fed any line of anything, and then you say, oh, in my past life. Okay, watch this.
Okay.
In my past life, I was a young woman who drowned in a river somewhere in
Idaho.
because she had eaten too many potatoes and didn't wait a half hour before she went to swim.
Correct.
Is anyone in this room going to tell me that's not what I was in my past life? No.
No,
No.
it's a valid point.
So there's no
Yeah.
no way to know. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
past life, but
Yeah.
maybe not that I don't believe in it, but like so specific like
Well,
that?
I think this ties into.
we know the reason?
I guess
Past
it.
life Mad Libs coming soon.
That's
Right, yeah, we're gonna
That's
do
right.
it,
A body part, a number, an adverb.
yeah.
I think, but this brings up our man's quest for meaning. I think, and
Yeah.
to apply meaning to things to
So would you say
to
that it
sort
is-
them out. I think.
It is connected to religion then, because a lot of people feel that religion is search for meaning as well.
Sure. Yeah, I think that I don't know why I'm not the authority on this at all, but I would imagine, philosophically speaking, when we have meaning as people to any of our experiences, especially the negative ones, it allows us to process them, and it also allows us to sort of, you would say, I guess in psychology, like rejoin it into your split off self, which is that's a
Yeah.
psychological thing. Also, you split off,
Yeah.
right? To reincorporate into the whole and to
Yeah.
give your life a point.
So you believe in this. So would
Yeah.
you say that this is in turn your version of religion? It's something you believe in that you don't know. It's faith.
Yeah. I would
faith.
definitely say, yeah. I would
So the
definitely
answer
say
is then that you have faith in it, right? I guess so. Then that makes
Yes.
sense. Then
the difference, I will say though, the difference for me though between like the Reiki versus like the shamanic is because the things that I see and I feel, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like no. Like I felt that. Even the thing with the shamanic, right? It's like she saw things. Her thing was much more detailed, but when she said this happened, you were thrown against, a brick wall and then, beat to death, and the fact that I saw this vision of like two shadows, one person smacking the other, and then blood splattering everywhere, and then hearing my walls crack. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a synchronicity. Clearly, her story was way more detailed than the things that I were seeing and feeling, but there were commonalities there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and there's no saying whether or not you saw it because you wanted to or you saw it because you did. But then again, it's the same thing with religion. It's
Yeah.
Right.
People believe that there was a dude who lived in the Son of God, whatever it is. There's no proof of that. It's what they
Yeah.
believe, and there's people who
Right.
feel it. You could say you felt it because you wanted to, or
Oh,
you needed to.
absolutely. But then it's like, even too, like on everyday, bases, you have these like crazy stories where people have these like wild like miracles, or even very religious people have these like visions or crazy things happen. And it's like, there's no scientific or logical explanation to like how these things happen, right?
Right,
It's just
right.
kind of like, I think it goes back to the point they made. It's just like a thing of faith, or just kind of,
I think that one thing I know I have faith in is the quality of the games we play.
Yep.
oh my God,
So
I've
with
been
that
waiting for
bumpy
this. For
segue-
That being said, it's time to rate things.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
here we go.
Oh my
so
God.
you're gonna
Okay,
rate.
we're gonna rate some
we
stuff.
won't
I like
even-
how we're one episode in. And she's like, "Oh my God, the rating part!
It's the rating game.
It's catching on like wildfire."
Okay, so we will not even give you the measure by which to rate. You can
Okay.
rate this however you want, in whatever you want.
Okay.
You could rate it. Yeah, I mean, as an example, you could do numbers 1 to 10.
Okay.
You could do
It doesn't matter.
hot and cold. I guess I think 1 to 10 is really the only
That's
option.
really the only
But if
option.
you have another
Okay.
one,
You could say do like it, love it. You could
like it,
do,
love it. Oh, like it, love it. That's good.
Gotta have it.
Could rate
Cold
it in
Stone.
number of Arabian women.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yes.
You can rate it in the number of virgins you'll have in the afterlife.
Okay.
Well, that's a different thing.
That's very different.
It's a very different thing. So we're going to ask you to rate some things that are usually associated with spiritual beings.
okay.
Okay.
Kind of this spiritual headiness.
Okay. Here we go. So the first thing, crystals for healing.
Crystals for healing, I will give that a yes.
Oh, you like crystals for healing?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, what about women named Crystal?
You know what? The people I've named or met named Crystal are like kind of skanky, so no thank you.
How about Billy Crystal?
Billy Crystal is actually really freaking funny.
Okay. Oh, the Psychic Friends Network.
The calling?
Correct.
I'll give it like a 4.
Miss Cleo?
You know what? She's very entertaining.
Did you ever call her now?
Would I call her now? No, but like I just think her commercials are lit, so let's give her a 9.
But you don't believe in her.
No.
Good, because she went to jail for being 100% fraud.
Right.
I mean, didn't those church people too?
Wow.
You know that? You
She's
remember
throwing
that
it back.
couple?
Batting it
Okay.
right back.
I'm just saying.
The movie The Craft.
Oh my God, that is a 10, and I wore a craft shirt to Governor's Ball, and I picked up a guy in it.
And you're wearing a Governor's Ball shirt right now.
And I am, hold
my
on,
chakra finding me. Matt brought this other one, getting a bucket of blood dumped on your head at senior prom.
oh, like Carrie?
Just like Carrie. Not
your
not
Carrie.
The shaman, the other Carrie.
No,
You're not into
No?
it.
no. I mean, to watch, yes. For me personally, no, thank you.
The Age of Aquarius.
Oh yeah, let's go.
What about burning sage? This is a real one.
Oh,
Do you do that?
Oh, I have many sage
Oh,
bundles.
we were
yes.
gonna light some
Incense.
during this.
Oh. They have no idea.
Watch
we
this,
did.
watch this. There's no way for them to know. Oh, smell that
Wow.
incense in here. Wow, it's really beautiful.
How about bending forks with your mind?
No,
No, you don't like to bend
No.
forks with your mind.
no.
Okay, what about Mulder and Scully from X
Don't-
Files?
Yes, always a big X filer.
Does anybody else? Can anybody else think of anything spiritual? Tom,
I
you got one?
I believe in aliens,
Okay, well, yeah.
Wait.
star seeds.
You said the word star and seeds together like it was a thing I'm supposed to know, and I've never
What
heard those
does
two
that
words
mean?
before.
So a
Star
star seed, they're aliens that live amongst us.
No.
This is getting backwards.
Seeded from the stars.
Yes.
Well, Matt's one of them, so he would know.
That's true.
You believe in this?
Oh, 1,000%.
This is getting in a different place, but I mean, if you don't
No.
believe in aliens, you are the most selfish person in the world.
Sure.
Seriously?
Like legit.
Star
so
seeds?
selfish.
I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know
a
what
star seed's an alien. There's different types of star seeds.
Does a star seed know they're a star seed?
Some of them may not know that they're star seeds.
Are you familiar with panspermia?
No.
What'd you say? Pants?
Panspermia?
Panspermia. No, panspermia is the theory, the scientific theory that all life on Earth originated from outer space, and that the original cells came here on a comet.
Well, we are in outer
We
space.
still talking about Reiki? What's going on? Tom, what do you got to say?
Tom,
over
play the
there?
gong. Let's go.
Just going back to the alien thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever get that in the Yokohama thing you do?
No.
No. Were you think would ever come up? Did Carrie ever tell you that it could come up?
What? Get like an
Make connection
alien?
with something far out. Yeah.
No, she never did. But I would love that.
What would you say?
Like, what's up?
Well, she believed in the Arabian
Yeah.
part. What would she say? If she was like, oh, you come from aliens, she's going to go,
yeah. No. I
Yeah, all right.
I do.
No, what would you say if you saw an alien? What would you say? What would be the first
what's
question?
Up? Like,
oh, if you saw, he wants to know what's the first question you'd ask if
Yeah.
you saw an alien in life.
you know what?
This is deviating so
This
far
is
from our
like, you know
concept, but I
what?
love
It's
it.
like I would just like to know what's your life like? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You do a podcast.
So basically, you would do this with an
yeah.
alien. You'd
I
have an
would
alien
bring
on the
the
show and
alien
ask them what's your
here.
life like.
Carly, we're all star seeds.
Yeah.
Next week we'll be having an alien.
Wow, that's an ultimate get. No,
look back.
that's right. so that's you'd ask them what life is like.
Yeah, like what? Like you
Yeah.
think like all these sci-fi, and you're a big, cartoon. Danielle's artsy. Like you see all these things. Like where did these things come from? You think that someone just imagined them?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll say that Danielle and I went to Italy last year or 2 years ago, and we saw the David by Michelangelo, right? And you look at the David, you go up to it, you look at it, and you go, oh, this was created by one man by hand, however many, I don't want to say thousands, I'm stupid like that, however many years ago
Yeah,
it was,
no,
right, And they go, oh, yeah, one guy did this by hand then. No technology. You look at it and you go, aliens, 100%, no chance.
Right.
There is no
Think
chance.
about the pyramids.
Hello.
Right.
There's no chance that these things... But the pyramids I've never seen. I hear it's the same thing.
But how they're like aligned to the stars.
Yeah, yeah. Which brings us into our next thing. The stars.
Sure.
Okay, we need to talk about stars. Because I think stars are the most irrelevant thing you could possibly have. So tell me about the stars.
What about them?
What's the deal? Why do we care what the stars say? People wake up and read their horoscope every morning in the newspaper.
I mean, well, first off, this is the thing with the stars, all right? You need to look at your birth chart as a whole. So let's just say, for example, Tom and I, we're both Cancers. That is our sun sign. But you have a rising sign, which is the mask that you wear. Your sun sign is your soul. Your Venus is how you love and what you're attracted to. Your Mars is your work ethic and your sex life. So depending
Why are those the same thing?
Well, when you think about it,
Well, you
like
sit there and pound
Putting in
away
the
on a
work.
computer, and you also pound away on.
there you go. Your stamina.
Okay.
When you think about it,
That explains
so,
why I don't do anything all day.
Yeah.
Ooh, zing! Matt got himself. So it's amazing to me how you're right. All this Venus, Mars means nothing to me. Words that mean nothing. I hear people say it, and I'm like, that's a bunch of BS. I don't know what you're talking about. Looking at the stars, I'm seeing nothing. Guess what I am? Here in my living room, I'm gonna watch some TV. That I can do. Stars on the TV, I know that. Stars in the sky, don't know anything about it. Don't care. You don't mean anything to me. But that's where I'm at. But please go on.
No, so they like really like
Justify
encompass
yourself.
a person's personality traits and certain, in certain things. So for example, I have a lot of Leo energy. My rising, my Venus, and my Mercury. Mercury is how you communicate. So Leo's, hello, look at me, give me all the attention. God forbid. So my Venus is in Leo. My love language is touch.
God, this I know about love languages.
Okay.
This is like
You guys
speaking.
know that?
It's like you're speaking Chinese.
Okay, so love
Really?
languages are
Yeah.
this is not necessarily spiritual. It's just
No.
the way you prefer to receive love and the way you prefer to give it.
Yes.
So this could be, and they're different. They could be different. You can prefer to receive and give love through acts of service, through love, through positive affirmations, right?
Yes.
What else?
Physical touch.
Physical touch.
Gift giving, yes.
Time spent. Is time one of them?
Yeah, quality time.
Quality time. Those are your love
Maybe I
languages.
just don't think enough about these things. I guess I have those things. I just don't.
No, everyone
very
has
certain.
them.
Well,
like, think about
Danielle-
you have a preference. Like,
Danielle, what's John's love language? How does he love you? And which
does he
language
give
here?
you gifts? Does he like do things for you?
Time, I think, is a
He
big
gives you his time.
yes.
Yes,
I
like
guess.
quality
Yes.
time.
No, like he requires a lot of like.
All right,
Oh,
she's
wait a
calling me
minute.
needy right now. He requires a lot of time.
No, like he gives me a lot of his time. So like whenever we're together, like we are together, and that is our time together.
I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think that's like
So do you have
his
this,
main.
do you both want the same love language from each other?
We don't get it. I'm trying to figure out Danielle's love language.
It's cursing, her
Not
love language.
time. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's there. It's something. I just don't know. I haven't thought about it. I don't think about these things. Love language. That's,
See,
But when
this
you
is why
find
I
out
believe in
these
this.
things, like you can know more about yourself, and then what you could ask other people to give to you.
I want to know any more about myself than I already know.
Why you're so hilarious?
I don't care.
Can you look at all of us and just maybe in really quickly, could you just tell us what our spirit animals are just by looking at us?
Our spirit animals.
Ours.
Yeah, just by what
So,
you've known of us
what-
in the last half hour.
Why don't you start with Matt? What do you think a spirit animal is?
I feel like something very like strong, and something like very like stoic almost. Bison.
Okay,
Bison.
okay.
I like it. I like it.
Matt does eat a lot of bison.
Bison burgers.
Now,
at
though
the
there's no
diner.
pressure here. You can't get this wrong because it's a
No.
bunch of BS that isn't real.
Right.
So,
Okay, how
so
about
Matt's
Tom?
a bison.
Tom behind the
Tom?
computer over there.
Tom. Let's see, Tom.
Tom, do you want to stand up? Let her see you. Let her really drink you.
Yeah.
Working?
It's all right, Tom. Just mix the show while you stand up.
You know what? I'm gonna go for Tom. I'm gonna go with tree frog.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Ribbon,
You
ribbon,
know.
baby.
Danielle, I'm gonna go with a spider.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
It's like think about spiders like weave very intricate webs.
Yes, and they eat you.
That's
Yeah.
right. And
But they
most
can
people are
be
scared of
they
them.
can be vicious.
Danielle's
And they're
like,
this is
"I-"
very
she's
true.
Like, I want to
Wow,
be a
she nailed
unicorn.
I would have picked a unicorn.
Yeah, okay. Funny thing to say, Spider.
Nobody asked you your own animal. Okay, what's mine?
Pud. Let me see for you. I feel like you are like a beaver. You just seem like a really hard worker. Like I feel like you're someone like when you want something, you go after it and you get it. And you know how
Wow.
beavers like they make their dams and they're like ah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, big teeth.
Yeah.
Apparently, I
Well,
do.
Pud
See,
doesn't have
Danielle,
big teeth.
No, he
I
doesn't.
do work hard. She's like,
Danielle.
she's like, you're the laziest beaver I've ever met. You know what a lazy beaver is? A sloth.
Frank, I feel like you are an ant. And I say
Isn't ants even an animal?
ant.
Well, so's a bug. I mean, so's a
Yeah.
spider.
That's an
No,
arachnid.
you know why?
Arachnid,
Because
that's right.
Go ahead, justify yourself.
I'm gonna say this because ants are another one. They're very small, but they're very underestimated with how much they can do. But you're like the head ant, in my opinion.
Wow.
Orchestrating
Sick abdomens. And so your spirit animal you mentioned earlier was
a tiger.
a tiger.
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot. That's
Yeah.
another thing that Joe said. He was like, you read the Arabian
Yeah.
thing and it went right into tiger. He was like, wow, from 100 to 0.
Yeah.
Tiger. So like, so you're a tiger.
Yeah.
Joe's spirit animal, by the way, we don't know what it is. He's not here. We could show you a picture of him and you could.
Oh yeah, show me.
Yeah,
a
Matt, pull up a
picture.
picture of Joe.
And
So
I'll,
you're a tiger.
Yeah.
What's a tree frog? It's an amphibian. It's
Frog on a
hops,
tree.
Frog
Tom, what
lives
do you
in
think it
a
is?
tree?
big eyes. What do you mean?
Yeah.
got descriptions up there.
Oh, Tom wants to know what
Oh,
the tree
why
frog
it's-
Oh, so I just like
means.
feel like a tree frog. It's like you don't like how like frogs are always moving around. They're bouncing from one thing to another. They're very malleable to their environments as well.
Wow. She literally knows Tom for 14 minutes.
This
Yeah,
is
but
impressive.
you know,
pretty good.
Tom gave me vibes.
You're
I'm
Sean.
I'm now showing a picture of Joe. To the
Okay,
guys.
pull up a picture
There
of
it is.
Joe Hagopian.
Evidence.
Oh, Joe.
There you go.
Joe.
Whatever he is, it's
Is he
Armenian.
Armenian?
Yeah.
Armenian.
I would say Joe kind of looks like a meerkat. You know, like
right.
usually that, like he's always like.
Yep,
I can
that's
picture
right.
Joe just
Oh,
like,
and-
oh,
That's right.
Looking
and
around.
Joe's a
Let me
meerkat.
see the picture you're looking at there.
he just looks like I don't know.
Yeah.
His spirit animal being just like always like looking
Yep.
around, like
He's an
on the
Armenian
move.
meerkat.
That's it. I always thought that though.
Very good.
Yeah.
Tell us a situation where you would use this.
What?
Like, how does this all this spiritual stuff
Oh.
in your life? How would you put it into use?
Well, first thing with the Reiki, you could just use that to like get into meditation to heal yourself, whether you're someone who suffers from like depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, whatever issues you may have, you could really just use it to like rechannel.
We
your-
all just leaned a little bit closer.
I
to the
know,
microphone.
everyone's like,
Yeah,
wait,
you hear
wait,
that?
what?
Yeah, all of us.
Heal me.
us?
Yeah, to heal and basically like reconnect yourself, reground yourself. For me, astrology, I straight up use that for dating.
Okay.
If you're a Scorpio, ooh,
Really?
oh,
Scorpio.
you
yeah,
are.
Oof is right.
That's why you called
Listen,
me a spider.
Jeez, no Scorpio men. Oh my God,
Oh,
please.
Scorpio men, though, Danielle.
Sorry,
I know.
I know,
Scorpio
but
women are
it's
the worst.
fine.
What about them?
They are the most, and I say this in the nice way, the most disgusting, twisted people I've ever met in my life. But because they're like stalkers and very like obsessive, they do have this very like sweet, intriguing, mysterious side.
So
But how could the
Okay,
time
right.
you're born
Right.
have to do with your personality?
here's what gets me. How many signs are there? 12?
Yes.
So okay, there's 12 months and 12 signs.
Yes.
So we're saying that everyone falls into 12 categories in the whole planet. We could break the planet into because they overlap. Am I wrong? Am I right?
You have to look at the birth chart. Right. So usually the guys who I like they have like heavy Scorpio energy.
Could you tell us if we tell you our signs? Could you tell us about ourselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is it's becoming a lot about us this episode.
okay.
I love
No,
it.
it's
I
fine.
mean, she's an
It's-
expert here.
it's,
Yeah, no,
you
I
know,
want.
All
This is
right.
what we want.
So I'm a Virgo.
Actually, you're wrong. You're a legal. You're a real Virgo cusp.
Because I'm the end of August.
Isn't your birthday August 23rd?
29th.
Oh no, I lied. Yeah, you're a Virgo.
Okay. So, bang your drum now. So, okay. All right. So, hey, we got a cool little. Okay. So go ahead.
So just going based off of your sun sign. So your sun sign represents, we're just talking about your soul here, your inner soul as a Virgo. Virgos are very OCD.
100%.
They're very meticulous. They're extremely hard on themselves, but they're
100%.
very changeable because they're mutable signs. The majority of serial killers are Virgos.
Okay. There we go.
And
Well,
so is
that's about
Beyonce
right.
and Michael Jackson. So think about like some of the greatest entertainers ever because they are so regimented and hard on themselves. They make amazing.
Michael Jackson.
I actually share a birthday with Michael Jackson.
Are you
Wow.
Michael Jackson?
You know, I've been.
He's reincarnated in his last life.
I was Michael Jackson's monkey in my last life.
Down 86th Street said that.
That's right.
All right, John. What are
Vito
you?
Danucci told me I was Michael Jackson once. Where's the royalties? All right, let's do Matt next. Matt, what's your sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh.
I'm surprised you know that. I barely know I only know my sign because when people ask me, it's embarrassing if I go, huh?
When they pick you up in a 70s bar, hey, maybe what's your sign?
Hey, what's your sign?
Okay.
Mine's stop. Go on.
Just barely a Scorpio, though.
Just
When's
barely
your
a Scorpio.
birthday?
Just made
November
it.
21st.
Okay. Oh, so you're actually like a Scorpio Sag.
Ooh,
So-
a Sag.
So Saggies are a great time. They love to travel. They're a little ADD. You know, Saggies can actually be very selfish people too. kind of hard to tie down in a relationship. Actually, very almost childlike and immature. However, Scorpio, that Scorpio side, they're very, they don't want to open up to other people. They're very judgmental. They're in their own world. They're very mysterious too.
Wow.
But this is so weird that you're describing us
But it's right.
based on the month that we're born, and you're getting it right.
Okay, let's just keep going.
Can I a bonus question?
Yeah. Bonus question.
What do scorpions like to eat?
No, not scorpions.
Scorpions.
I don't know. Leaves, bugs. What do they like to eat, Tom? Ants?
In the desert. So
Tom, what's your
Tom's trying to
sign?
get specific. He wants to know, if you know me that well, what's my favorite food?
Yeah.
Tell me.
So Tom, I know, is a Cancer. I'm a Cancer as well. Cancer, just they're very sensitive. They're very demented. You're probably very close with your mom. You like to get babied a lot of times. But Cancer men are very sweet. They're very caring. They have really big hearts, but don't piss off a Cancer because it's literally like World War a million. Like they'll hold
We're
it
only
in.
up to 3 at this point,
Wow.
Carly,
And,
but a million is fine.
They'll just
Cancer men.
Danielle?
So Danielle, you're Scorpio too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I will say Scorpio women, I feel like, are a little bit more tolerable and more palatable than Scorpio men. But once again, they're very intense with their crushes. Like Scorpios are just very intense, passionate people. Yeah, they do have that, air of mystery, but they're also very like they don't want to open up to people.
That's
And I'm a
Danielle.
Sag.
So, like, Saggies are just like Saggies. I honestly, if you want to take Sagittarius, it's the yeehaw emoji. You know what I mean? Like the cowboy hat, like good
I sent that
time.
emoji today.
Yeah. Likes to travel. Like I said, like very like, like childlike, kind of like immature, but they're just like a good time. They love philosophy. They're like forever. I know.
Oh my god, I do love falafel. Tom, you were right. She knew my favorite food.
It's the Arabian woman.
It's the Arabian woman coming out of you. So we're gonna play a game with you right now.
Oh, ooh, yes.
Okay. So what's gonna happen is you are a person who knows all about this Reiki stuff.
Yes.
Well, you're on a spiritual journey.
Yes.
You're
never
still on
arrived.
the journey.
You
The
never
journey took
arrived.
a stop
No.
at the podcast.
Yeah.
So now,
It's like a
what's going to
detour.
happen is Frank and I are going to approach you.
Okay.
I'm going to approach you as a person who is broken and needs some guidance, but doesn't believe at all in this. And Frank is going to be the person that recommended me to you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay. We're making this up, just so you know.
Okay. Ooh,
Okay, so
improv.
do
your
let's get
best
some-
acting.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to get some
Okay.
music. We're going to get some creepy
Yeah.
music in here.
No offense. Okay, John. Listen, Carly will be here in like a minute. I just want you to know. Put down your Chobani for a damn second and
I
listen
don't
to me.
know.
I think that this is going to help you. I think you have a lot of brokenheartedness. You've been crying nonstop. I hear you in the bathroom.
That's not crying.
Okay. So I just think you need to be open to this, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, here she comes.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh,
how
over
are
here.
you?
Hey, Carly.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I think I'm okay. I don't think I need any shaman stuff in here. I don't like any of this, like, witchcraft.
Carly, he's always very resistant.
I'm very resistant.
I meet a lot of people like you.
Yeah. So what are you going to do to me? Pins or something?
You're a
You gonna make
prostitute or a shaman?
Going to make a voodoo doll of me?
Well, John, where are you feeling hurt?
I'm not comfortable talking about it in front of Frank.
I'll leave.
So, John,
It's my heart.
What about your heart just feels blocked
Or
pained?
I think it's my chakra.
But what is causing that chakra to feel pain?
The Reiki.
But I'm trying to use the Reiki to help heal
The Reiki.
you, John.
I'm just trying to think of what I've heard of. So I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay.
Does that help?
I mean, are you trying to be in a relationship?
I'm
Is
sorry.
there something with a relationship that's hurting your heart?
Damn it, Frank! I told you not to listen.
I think you should tell her about the hurts in your life, and especially, you know what I'm talking about. All right,
Did
I'm going to be
something
back
happen
here.
at the theater?
Yes.
What happened at the theater, John?
I feel hurt, and I had a falling out, and basically I need you to realign me.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do is lay on my table.
Okay, I'm gonna lay down now.
John lays on the table.
Okay. I'm going to take my pendulum.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you take your pants off. I'm like, wow, you were right the first time, Frank. Yeah.
All right. right. So it seems that you are putting out a lot of masculine energy. So I'm going to work on your heart chakra. Now, what I want you to do is lay back and close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm doing my energy work on you.
Okay. Describe what's happening, Frank.
So she's making massage motions in the air. In the room right now, she's literally sitting about 7 feet from you, but in our skit, she's hovering over you. I think her eyes are rolling back in her head, and I think you're levitating off the table, and I also think that the walls are bleeding.
Now, how does that feel?
Wow, I feel so much better now. Thanks.
John, are you now a woman?
And scene.
Excellent! What a twist!
Wow.
M. Night Shyamalan, look out!
Can I ask, Frank, as a director, what was your first inclination to read the stage directions of what was actually going on?
Because I'm aware this is a listening art form, and nothing was happening.
All right, get the gongs out of here, Tom.
Enough. Oh, jeez.
That was downright silly.
Oh my God.
Carly, your acting was really good.
I mean,
Yeah, you were great.
It was so good.
You convinced me, and I believe you.
yeah, I go to the Rockaway Theater Company all the time.
Right.
Hey, where do you hope that your whole spiritual journey is heading?
So I just hope that I become like a more conscious person, much happier, much more calm, much more aligned with myself, not making bad choices in life, following bad patterns. That's really it.
So this is just you searching for more to life to kind of put things into perspective for yourself.
Yes.
So now this is more in line with the serious line of questioning, although it may not seem like it. Mm-hmm. Now, you said you are a spiritual person, but you are not a spirit person. Have you ever seen a spirit person, as in a ghost?
No,
Which
I
is-
have not.
That's the PC term. We don't want to be called ghosts anymore. We're spirit
we want to be
people.
called
We're
spirits.
people?
Yeah. So have you ever seen a ghost? This
No.
has nothing to do.
No,
Listen,
I have not.
Clearly, we've not learned anything because this has got nothing to do with ghosts, but it's something we want to know.
Wait,
It's
mine-
all weirdo stuff.
No, actually, my friend does see dead people.
Haley Joel Osment.
She sees dead people like dating.
No. She's seen like
I've been seeing a dead person.
family members who have passed.
He's a zombie. He's
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah,
So
he's-
family members. So this person sees family members where
who have passed.
out and about.
Like Arby's.
Just like Taco Bell.
Yeah,
No, she's just like in her like people have like come to her in like visions.
So she sees them in visions, but doesn't actually physically
Yes.
see them in the room.
Not that I know of. No.
Oh.
I could.
Have you ever had a
confirm and
vision that
clarify.
you've seen that you could swear it was there? You could reach out and touch it.
No.
Is there a name for that?
Seeing shit? I don't know.
That's the technical term. That's what they call it. That's what the shaman called it. That's what Vito said.
Vito, Bay Parkway Shaman.
Yeah.
The Bay Parkway.
By Caesar's
We
Bay.
love
So
it.
do you believe in ghosts though? Since you
do.
believe in all this spiritual
Yeah,
stuff, you
no, I
believe
do.
there's an extra plane, right? You believe there's more to you besides flesh and blood. So you
Yes.
believe there's more to it, spirit, right? So you
Yes.
believe that?
Yes. I do. Yeah.
Have you ever flown Spirit Airlines?
You know what? Spirit Airlines seems a little shady. So
I don't believe in that.
I
suggest
don't believe in that.
JetBlue,
As a
honestly.
travel agent, if you fly Spirit Airlines, you'll probably end up as a ghost.
That's what they call it. Spirit Airlines.
No, so you believe in all that extra spirit stuff and that there's a more of a plane that you could exist on this. Does it have to do with dimensions?
I guess you could say, yeah, or people like refer to it as like the physical realm.
Right,
Like, you
because
know what
it
I
does
mean?
all tie together
Like,
because
yeah.
the chakras is not something you see. It's something you just feel, you believe in, that is part of you that you can't see.
Yes.
So you believe that there's a whole realm of that to each person that can be fixed or changed up.
Yeah. And I think that like ties into like the shamanism too. Like it's weird they're different, but it's like they all kind of like interconnect with one another. So,
Well, it's all mystery, isn't it?
yeah.
So shamanic healing,
Yes.
did you feel that you were healed from it?
I do feel much more whole, if you want to say.
Sure, of course.
Compared to than I did like a month ago.
Last week we had a doctor in.
Yes.
Real medical healing.
Yes.
Now you are, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the opposite.
Yes.
You know, more holistic spiritual healing.
Yes.
Do you still subscribe to medical doctors, or you just only do the Western medicine stuff?
Well, that's interesting. Believe it or not, I really try to not go to like doctors.
But you'll go to like witch doctor instead.
Yes. I would go to like a Reiki healer before I would go to like a doctor. So for example, let's say if I were to go to a doctor, right? A doctor, and let's say that I'm like, I've just been like, I'm like really depressed, like I just feel like down. They're going to prescribe me medication. So for me, instead of getting on, whatever, like Lexapro, right? Going to like a medical, and I'm not knocking the medical field by any means, but today I feel like doctors, they write scripts. I would rather go on that other end and do like a spiritual healing than just kind of like zombify myself with medication.
Mm-hmm. So if you like have a little headache,
Excedrin.
will you smear sage across your forehead?
Listen, depending on the severity of the headache, like I'll pop that Excedrin.
You
I
will.
pop 3, yeah.
You will.
Yeah, but a lot of times when I do have a headache, I'll sniff some lavender.
Does it
Straight
work?
up, that essential oil. Sometimes it does, but if I have a really bad migraine, I got to pop the Excedrin.
Sure.
So you don't believe, not that you don't believe, you choose not to go to a physical doctor, a medical doctor.
Yes.
But a medical doctor is going to give you something that's going to fix it. Holistic doctor, as Reiki, is going to give you an idea that is not going to, not that it's not going to help, but I'd rather go to somebody and pay them to fix the issue than go to somebody and pay them to tell me the issue is going to be fixed.
I mean, I see what you're saying. I will say though, let's say for example, like an idea with like depression, right? And that's what I like mentioned before, because that's something that was like personal to me. I was on Lexapro 10 years ago. It didn't do anything for me. But now doing like spiritual work for me, that works.
Helps you so much better.
So much better.
Listen, people say that you can get hooked on these medications and things like that. And doctors will try
and
to sell you.
I think it depends on your makeup, like your genetic makeup, I guess, too. Some people just may work for them. I was literally, when I was on the dosage, I was zombified.
Right.
And they lowered it, and I was still just like...
Right.
I just did it, and I didn't like being dependent on something else. Like I was like because the thing about it, I'm popping a pill, but the issue, the internal issue, isn't going away.
Right. You're just sort of masking it.
Yeah.
Well, so we have a surprise for you. Now, you say that you're not so into regular medicine. I'd like to bring in a special guest. Last week's guest, Dr. Joe, is here.
Oh my God, Dr. Joe!
Just sit down for a second if you can.
Oh my
The
God.
one and only Dr. Joe is here.
versus Western medicine.
So here,
Going
Oh my
down.
God, the baby doctor.
I'm back.
Dr. Joe.
How
is
does he
here.
look?
The guest's so nice. We have
Dr.
him
Joe
on.
is adorable. I love Dr. Joe. You almost like kind of like have like a look of a baby almost. Yeah, I was gonna
married.
say like I know like
baby hair.
yeah, like you work with the babies, so you have like a very like fresh baby face.
So Carly was just saying that as a spiritual being, she would prefer to go to a holistic medicine, Reiki healing, before she would go to a real doctor person. Can you give your feelings on that?
I mean, I think we just come from two different. Two different perspectives on things. I mean, if it becomes something serious enough that is not working, or someone's getting more ill, I think then. I mean, it's a tough question to answer because I'm obviously trained in one thought, one philosophy.
Well, it's like
of
we
what works, right?
It's like we said last week, where it's like you
it's
went to
hard,
school for
yeah.
all this stuff, and then somebody's going to just wave their hand over you and go healed.
I mean,
Right.
it's a tough question to answer.
I will say though, I know they're on both sides of the aisle here, as it were.
Yeah.
Totally different types of people, but both wearing red shorts.
Yeah.
This is
So
true.
I think there's a lot
think
more
they've been
here
brought
than we
together.
think.
It is a healing.
It's the healing color.
It's a healing color.
It is.
So can we say that the Eastern and Western medicine can live together in peace, do you think?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to shake hands and show us?
I mean, most of the radio listeners will be able to.
It's
tell.
okay.
would be
All right,
shaking
so they're
hands. Look,
approaching
shake
each
hands
other.
really loud.
Eastern.
Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
they shook
Oh,
hands.
Dr. Joe!
Oh,
Yes.
Congratulations.
We've solved everything.
Yes, thank you, Dr.
Yes.
Joe, for coming up.
Listen, I'm glad I could be back.
Yes, yes. We'll see you later.
Don't get too comfortable.
Thanks, Dr. Joe.
I wanted to know this.
Yes.
This is a serious question. Did you ever get so mad at someone that they vanished and reappeared in a cornfield?
No.
This is what I believe you can do. If you can heal yourself through this, I believe you can do it. If
want
the
me to do that
stars
to
are
you,
going to tell you how I love somebody,
Yeah.
why can't you do that?
No, I don't want
Yeah.
to go. I don't even know where the corn is here.
I mean, no, but I do feel like there's people who can put curses on other people and stuff
Do you
like
believe
that.
in that? Yeah, do you believe in like witchcraft and stuff?
I do. I really do. You know what's a crazy story? 10 years ago, I'm in the city. I'm on the phone just in the middle of the street. Not in the middle. I'm on the sidewalk talking to this guy. This woman stops me. She goes, I need to talk to you. I was like, what? I hang up the phone with this guy. She's like, I'm sorry, I just need to tell you something. There's someone who didn't want you born. I said, what? It was so weird. So then I was like talking to her, and then she was telling me all this like personal stuff about my family that no one would know.
Was she dressed as a Pikachu?
So there's somebody came up to you, approached you on the street, and said, "There's someone who didn't want you born."
And I was like, what? So I just started talking to her, and then she was a psychic.
See,
You wanna
that's
say?
where we're different.
Yeah.
You started talking to this person. I would walk as far away as possible and be
Yeah.
like, "No, I don't have anything."
No, because I've always been intrigued by this stuff. Like when I was little, like in 3rd grade, we used to go to the library in the school, and they had astrology books, and I would take them and read them.
So Frank, in this episode now, would you say that you believe in all of this that Carly has given us?
So what you're asking me is, in the last hour, has Carly
Convinced you?
dramatically reinvented my conception of the universe and the spiritual dimension?
That is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Wow. This was a bigger episode than I thought. Matt, do you believe in all this? Now?
To a degree. But
Did you believe in it before?
I believed it before, yeah. Like, in varying degrees.
Danielle, you're a hippie. We know you believed in all this already.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. This was awesome.
Did you find this to be as fascinating as you anticipated?
Yes, very much so.
Tom, do you believe in all this stuff?
Breakthrough.
Wow.
I will say that in talking to you for the last hour, I believe that you believe these things. Now, listen, some of it's undeniable, I guess. You know, the stars, whatever, telling you feel who you are. I guess, sure, you can't deny that, but like it can't all be coincidence. But
Right.
I don't know. If somebody told me they're gonna fix my chakras, I'm like,
I guess this is my
For
question.
money?
My question for you, John, is if it is real, all of it,
yeah.
how does it change you and what you think you know?
It doesn't. I'd have to remember that it's real. Because in my life right now, I don't even think about these things. I don't think about how I love. If it's real, if my chakras are out of line, it hasn't bothered me so far.
If you think that I wasn't going to ask you how do you love after this episode,
Yeah.
once we ended, you were wrong.
Yeah. No, I don't know. And like I said, if my chakras are out of line, then so be it. I guess when I need to feel it, I'll figure it out and fix it.
I guess.
Right? I'll go to Vito DiNucci.
Vito Corleone down in.
Yeah. I'll go to carry the chakra person.
So shall we go around and say a word and what we think Carly's brought here to this room and who she is in a word?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want me to start?
Yes.
Consciousness.
Matt.
Awareness.
Mystical.
Nice, Tom. Say a word, Danielle.
I don't know.
Say spider.
Spider.
Good. And I'm going to say,
It's like you asked him how the apple pie you made was, and it was the worst thing he'd ever eaten, and he's just trying to come up with something.
it was,
It wasn't burnt. It was.
No, what you brought to the room, I will say, was experience. Because I can't downplay what you brought here at all. I'm downplaying the concept. You came here and you've shown us something.
Coming in hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you guys. This was awesome.
Yeah, and we hope to have you back.
Oh, I'll be back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that. A cliffhanger.
Beam her up, Scotty.
Yes, thank you. Let's get a round of applause. Thank you.
You've been listening to the Nothing Podcast with Nobody Important, a cool side production hosted by John Panepinto and Frank Caiati, with contributors Matt Hunt, Joe Hagopian, and me, Danielle Rose Fisher, and engineered by Tom Zaccheo. Find us online at nothing-podcast.com, and be sure to rate and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever fine podcasts are distributed.